keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students.
Good morning, students. Today, we are going to learn the first chapter, rational and irrational numbers. We are familiar with natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. The counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on are called natural numbers. The numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on are called whole numbers. Whole numbers is a set of natural numbers and 0. -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on are called integers. Integers is a set of natural numbers, 0, and opposites of all natural numbers. Rational numbers. If m is any integer and n is any non-zero integer, then the number m upon n is called a rational number. Example, -25 upon 3, 8 upon -11, -9, 0, 5, 23 upon 13. To show rational numbers on a number line. To show any rational number on a number line, divide the unit distance into as many equal parts as the denominators of the rational numbers. Show the following numbers on a number line. First, 3 upon 2, 5 upon 2, -3 upon 2. Here, the denominators is 2. To represent the rational numbers with the denominator 2, divide the unit distance into 2 equal parts. To the right of 0, the first point shows the number 1 upon 2. The second point shows the number 2 upon 2, that is 1. And the third point shows the number 3 upon 2. Similarly, to the left of 0, the first point shows the number -1 upon 2, and the second point shows the number -2 upon 2, that is -1, and the third point shows the number -3 upon 2. Second question, 7 upon 5, -2 upon 5, and -4 upon 5. Here, the denominators of the rational numbers is 5. So, to represent rational numbers with the denominator 5, divide each unit distance into 5 equal parts. So, to the right of 0, the first point shows the number 1 upon 5. The second point shows the number 2 upon 5. And the third number shows the number 3 upon 5. And the fourth point shows the number 4 upon 5. And the fifth point shows the number 5 upon 5, that is 1. The sixth point shows the number 6 upon 5. And the seventh point shows the number 7 upon 5. Similarly, to the left of 0, the first point shows the number -1 upon 5. And the second point shows the number -2 upon 5. And the third point shows the number -3 upon 5. And the fourth number shows the number -4 upon 5. And the fifth point shows the number minus 5 upon 5, that is minus 1. Comparison of rational numbers. For any pair of numbers on a number line, the number to the left is smaller than the other. A negative rational number is always less than a positive number. Rules useful to compare two rational numbers. If A upon B and C upon D are rational numbers such that B and D are positive, and if A into D is smaller than B into C, then the first rational number, that is A upon B, is smaller than the second rational number, that is C upon D. If A into D is equal to B into C, then the first rational number, that is A upon B, is equal to the second rational number, that is C upon D. If A into B is greater than B into C, then the first rational number, that is A upon B, is greater than the second rational number, that is C upon D. Question. Compare the following numbers. First question, minus 7, minus 2. If A and B are positive numbers such that A is greater than B, then minus A is smaller than minus B. Here, 7 is greater than 2. Therefore, minus 7 is smaller than minus 2. Second question, 0 and minus 9 upon 5. On a number line, minus 9 upon 5 is to the left of 0. Therefore, minus 9 upon 5 is smaller than 0. That is, 0 is greater than minus 9 upon 5. Question number 3, minus 5 upon 4 and 1 upon 4. A negative number is always smaller than a positive number. Therefore, minus 5 upon 4 is smaller than 1 upon 4. Question number 4, 40 upon 29, 141 upon 29. Here, the denominators of the given rational number is the same. Therefore, let us compare their numerators. 40 is smaller than 141. Therefore, 40 upon 29 is smaller than 141 upon 29. Fifth question, 15 upon 12 and 7 upon 16. Here we got two rational numbers with the different denominators. To make the denominators of the given rational number same, multiply the numerator and denominator of the first rational number by the denominator of the second rational number, and multiply the numerator and denominator of the second rational number by the denominator of the first rational number. Therefore, 15 upon 12 is equal to 15 into 16 upon 12 into 16, that is equal to 240 upon 192. 7 upon 16 is equal to 7 into 12 upon 16 into 12, that is equal to 84 upon 192. Now, 240 upon 192 is greater than 84 upon 192. Decimal representation of rational numbers. The decimal form of a rational number is obtained by dividing its numerator by the denominator. Examples, the decimal form of 3 upon 5 is 0.6. Second example, The decimal form of 7 upon 2 is 3.5. In the above cases, the denominator is 0. Here, in the above cases, the remainder is 0. Here, the process of division ends. Such a decimal form of rational number is called a terminating decimal form. Second type, first question, 5 upon 6. The decimal form of 5 upon 6 is equal to 0.8333 and so on. Here the digit 3 is recurring. So the decimal form of 5 upon 6 can be written as 0.8 recurring 3. Second example, 2 upon 11. The decimal form of 2 upon 11 is equal to 0.181818 and so on. Here the digits 1, 8 is recurring. So the decimal form of 2 upon 11 can be written as 0. Recurring 1, 8. In the above cases, the process is unending. Such a decimal form of a rational number is called a non-terminating recurring decimal form. Write the following rational numbers in decimal form. First question, 9 upon 37. 37 is not going in 9. So put 0 in the place of the quotient and multiply 0 by 37. 0 multiplied by 37 is equal to 0. So write 0 below the number 9. 9 minus 0 is equal to 9. In 9, 37 is not going. Therefore, put 0 after 9 and put decimal point in the place of the quotient. In the number 90, 37 is going 2 times. So the product of 37 and 2 is 74. We have to write 74 below the number 90. 90 minus 74 is equal to 16. In 16, 37 is not going. So put 10 after the number 16. In 160, 37 is going 4 times. So write 4 in the place of the quotient and multiply 37 by 4. 148 is the product of 37 and 4. So 160 minus 148 is equal to 12. In 12, 37 is not going. So put 10 after the number 12. In 120, 37 is going 3 times. 37 multiplied by 3 is 111. So by subtracting 111 from 120, we got the remainder 9. If you are proceeding the division, we will come to know that the digits 2, 4, 3 is recurring. So the decimal form of 9 upon 37 can be written as 0.243243 and so on. That is equal to 0. Recurring 243. Second question, minus 103 upon 5. Here, first we find 103 upon 5. The decimal form of 103 upon 5 is equal to 20.6. Putting minus number on both of the sides, we get minus 103 upon 5 is equal to minus 20.6. Irrational numbers. numbers whose decimal form is non-terminating and non-recurring are called irrational numbers. The square roots of numbers that are not perfect squares are also irrational numbers. Examples: pi, root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, and so on. Representation of irrational numbers on a number line. First, root 2. Please look at the figure. First of all, we have to draw a number line. In the number line, take a point O corresponding to 0 on the number line L. Then construct a right angle triangle OAP, taking OA is equal to AP is equal to 1 unit and angle OAP is equal to 90 degree. Then by Pythagoras theorem, OP square is equal to OA square plus AP square. That is equal to 1 square plus 1 square. That is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Taking the square root on both these sides, OP is equal to root 2. Taking O as the center and the radius OQ, draw an arc of a circle to intersect the number line in the point R. OP is equal to OQ is equal to root 2. Here, OP and OQ are the radii of the same circle with the center O. Therefore, the point Q on the number line represents root 2. Second question, root 5. To show the irrational number root 5 on a number line, first of all, draw a number line. Take OP is equal to 2 units because square root of 5 lies between 2 and 3. Then draw a line M perpendicular to the line L through the point P. Take a point Q on the line M such that PQ is equal to 1 unit. In the right angle triangle OPQ, by Pythagoras theorem, OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. That is equal to 2 square plus 1 square. That is equal to 4 plus 1. That is equal to 5. Taking the square root on both of the sides, OQ is equal to root 5. With the center O and OQ as a radius, draw an arc of a circle intersecting the line L in the point R. OQ is equal to OR is equal to root 5. OQ and OR are the radii of the same circle. Therefore, the point R represents the number root 5. Thank you.